Welcome to this video on managing serverless services. In this video, we will be discussing the basics of serverless computing, its benefits, and how to manage serverless services effectively. Serverless computing is a cloud computing model where the cloud provider manages the infrastructure and automatically allocates resources as needed. This means that developers can focus on writing code without worrying about the underlying infrastructure. One of the main benefits of serverless computing is its scalability. Since the cloud provider manages the infrastructure, it can automatically scale up or down based on the demand. This means that you only pay for what you use, making it a cost-effective solution. Another benefit of serverless computing is its flexibility. It supports a wide range of programming languages that can be used for a variety of use cases, including web applications, mobile backends, and data processing. However, managing serverless services can be challenging, especially when it comes to monitoring and debugging. In the next segment, we will discuss some best practices for managing serverless services effectively. To effectively manage serverless services, it is important to follow some best practices. Here are some tips to help you manage your serverless services. 1. Use a serverless framework. A serverless framework can help you manage your serverless services by providing a set of tools and abstractions to simplify the deployment and management of your serverless applications. 2. Monitor your serverless services. Monitoring is critical for identifying issues and optimizing performance. Use a monitoring tool to track metrics such as response time, error rate, and resource utilization. 3. Debugging. Debugging serverless applications can be challenging since they are event-driven and stateless. Use a debugger to identify and fix issues quickly. 4. Security. Serverless services are not immune to security threats. Ensure that you follow security best practices such as using encryption, access control, and regular security audits. 5. Backup and recovery. Backup your serverless services regularly to ensure that you can recover from any data loss or system failure. By following these best practices, you can effectively manage your serverless services and ensure that they are secure, performant, and reliable. In the next segment, we will discuss some common challenges that you may face when managing serverless services and how to overcome them. While serverless computing offers many benefits, it also comes with its own set of challenges. Here are some common challenges that you may face when managing serverless services. 1. Cold starts. Cold starts occur when a new instance of a function is created and it takes longer to execute the first request. This can impact the performance of your application, especially if you have a high volume of requests. To mitigate this, you can use techniques such as pre-warming, caching, and optimizing your code. 2. Vendor lock-in. Serverless services are provided by cloud vendors, and switching to a different vendor can be challenging. This can limit your flexibility and increase your dependency on a single vendor. To mitigate this, you can use vendor-agnostic tools and services and follow best practices for portability. 3. Debugging. Debugging serverless applications can be challenging since they are event-driven and stateless. This can make it difficult to identify and fix issues. To mitigate this, you can use tools such as log analysis, distributed tracing, and remote debugging. 4. Monitoring. Monitoring serverless services is critical for identifying issues and optimizing performance. However, monitoring can be challenging since serverless services are distributed and dynamic. To mitigate this, you can use a monitoring tool that supports serverless services and provides real-time insights. 5. Cost management. While serverless computing can be cost-effective, it can also lead to unexpected costs if not managed properly. To mitigate this, you can use tools and services that provide cost optimization recommendations and follow best practices such as using resource limits and optimizing your code. By understanding these common challenges and implementing best practices, you can effectively manage your serverless services and ensure that they are secure, performant, and cost-effective. In the next segment, we will discuss some tools and services that can help you manage your serverless services effectively. To effectively manage serverless services, you can use a variety of tools and services. Here are some examples. 1. Serverless frameworks. Serverless frameworks such as AWS SAM, Serverless Framework, and Azure Functions provide a set of tools and abstractions to simplify the deployment and management of your serverless applications. 2. Monitoring tools. Monitoring tools such as AWS CloudWatch, Datadog, and New Relic can help you track metrics such as response time, error rate, and resource utilization. 3. Debugging tools. Debugging tools such as AWS X-Ray, Lumico, and Thunder can help you identify and fix issues quickly. 4. Security tools. Security tools such as AWS Shield, Azure Security Center, and Google Cloud Security Command Center can help you ensure that your serverless services are secure and compliant. 5. Cost optimization tools. Cost optimization tools such as AWS Cost Explorer Azure Cost Management, and Google Cloud Billing can help you optimize your costs by providing recommendations and insights. 6. CI/CD tools. CI/CD tools such as AWS Code Pipeline, Azure DevOps, and Google Cloud Build can help you automate your deployment pipeline and ensure that your serverless services are deployed consistently and reliably. By using these tools and services, you can effectively manage your serverless services and ensure that they are secure, performant, and cost-effective. In the final segment, we will summarize the key takeaways from this video and provide some additional resources for managing serverless services. In this video, we discussed the basics of serverless computing, its benefits, and how to manage serverless services effectively. We also discussed some common challenges that you may face when managing serverless services and how to overcome them. Finally, we provided some examples of tools and services that can help you manage your serverless services effectively. There are some key takeaways from this video. Serverless computing is a cloud computing model where the cloud provider manages the infrastructure and automatically allocates resources as needed. Serverless computing offers benefits such as scalability, flexibility, and cost-effectiveness. To effectively manage serverless services, you should follow best practices such as using a serverless framework, monitoring your services, debugging, ensuring security, and backing up your data. Common challenges in managing serverless services include cold starts, vendor lock-in, debugging, monitoring, and cost management. To overcome these challenges, you can use tools and services such as serverless frameworks, monitoring tools, debugging tools, security tools, cost optimization tools, and CI/CD tools. If you want to learn more about managing serverless services, here are some additional resources. AWS Serverless Application Repository, https://amazon.com/serverless/serverless repo/ Azure Functions, https://microsoft.com/ns/services/functions/ Google Cloud Functions, https://cloud.google.com/functions/ The Serverless Framework, https://www.serverless.com/ Serverless Stack, https://serverlessstack.com/. Thank you for watching this video on managing serverless services. We hope that you found it informative and useful.